Hey, this is different, right? Email list subscribers, you know that every Friday I come to you with my weekly roundup of podcasts, inspirational posts, things that I think can help you. And this is not the typical, right? Well, let me tell you. So I have a virtual assistant, Megan Knapp. She is also helping other business owners with their admin tasks and some of the behind the scene things in their business that they don't have the time or the skill for. Megan helps me with everything admin. She keeps me on time, on track, and she is the large part behind why these emails get sent out every Friday. And so last week, Megan and her family welcomed a new baby girl, and I am so thrilled for them. As a result, things are a little bit different here the next couple of weeks, and per the usual, I put this off until the last minute and I'm like, you know what? Let's change it up a little. So, Megan, if you're watching this, I wish you all the best. I'm holding down the fort. I'm doing okay. For those of you who are watching, I'm going to give you a short little training / information session for the next 5 minutes. Okay? So, today I want to talk to you about intention. So many people have been coming to me recently with questions about how to show up better and get better results on their social media. I don't think it's a surprise to anyone that social media has changed in 2022. Now, let's take a pause here and tell a little story. I want you to think about who you were back in high school. If you need to close your eyes, that's okay. Now, for me, I was all about the American Eagle graphic tees. I wore the puka shell necklace that was so on trend in 2004. I had some American Eagle jeans. They were fine. I really wanted some buckle jeans, but they just weren't in the cards for me at that point on my limited waitressing tip budget. And I was like, all aspiring to spend my time singing and in the drama club. I was leading student council and I thought that maybe someday I would be a doctor, and I really wanted to go to the University of Iowa. I thought that that would be the best place to go to school. I went on college visits there. You could feel the excitement in the atmosphere when we did the tour as the leaves were falling and people were wearing their black and gold the Friday before a football game. And I was like, this is it. This is the thing I want to do. Without a doubt, I want to go to the University of Iowa, likely to be a doctor. Fast forward 2 years to my freshman year at the University of Northern Iowa, not the University of Iowa. Cedar Falls, not Iowa City, for those of you not in the local area. At the University of Northern Iowa, I entered my freshman year undecided. I did not know what I wanted to do. I felt like the world was my oyster, and how was I expected to choose what I wanted to do for the rest of my life? That is just a small indication of how we as people evolve over time, right? And in the time even since my freshman year of college, I then went to get my teacher training. I was a substitute teacher for years. I was a classroom teacher for years in a middle school and then a high school. And then I was a stay-at-home mom for years before finally coming to the realization that I have the entrepreneurial blood in my body. And so for the past 6 years, I've been doing social media marketing. But just like people evolve and change, as I'm sure you did too, social media changes as well. Sometimes it is with a big disclaimer that a change is coming, much like I knew that high school Molly was going to be going to college years ahead of time. But sometimes the change happens rather quickly. You might open up Facebook one day and things are laid out a little different. I'm sure many of you have experienced that in recent weeks. And I know that for me as a person, sometimes I'll wake up and I'll go to do my workout. That's part of my daily routine. And I'll be like, you know what? I'm just not feeling it today. So I'm going to go for a walk instead of that strength training that I was thinking about. It's okay to evolve and to change. Now, as social media users who are using these platforms to help our businesses grow and to connect with more people in our ideal community, we have to roll with the changes as social media and digital marketing evolves. So the version of social media that we've been using for years, I feel like 2022 is when they're finally like grown up. They have kind of gone through the initial like startup growth phase. They've figured out who they are and where they want to go. And now we are in internet and social media version 2.0, particularly on Facebook and on Instagram, because we have seen some major shifts in how various things are prioritized. The algorithm is responding differently, but most importantly, and I feel like this kind of gets brushed under the rug when really it should be front and center, but most importantly, our market has changed, you guys. People who are on these social media apps are smart, they are clever, and they are thirsty for the real. Not like Reels, Instagram Reels. They want real things shared on your socials. For so many years, myself and other social media marketers have been spending our time drilling into other business owners about the strategies that work, the formats you should be adopting, the how-tos, the step-by-steps, and all of that is important. But in this evolution of social media, as we're working into Instagram and Facebook 2.0, some of those steps and strategies and trends changed. But what didn't change are the people who are on the other side of the screens. And right now, those people can see through a post that is just there to sell, and they are hungering for something deeper. What I've learned in recent months is that you don't have to be beautiful and polished. You don't have to be showing up every day or multiple times a day. You don't have to be doing the dances on Reels. If you know in your heart who you serve best, and you know how to speak with them with intention in a way that communicates what they need to hear, sharing a value that they are thirsting for right now, you are going to be light years ahead, regardless of the format or the step-by-steps or the how-tos that you've learned in the past. All of that is still part of what we do as social media marketing, but front and center needs to be those people you are serving every day. So the next time you go to create a post, whether it's Facebook or Instagram or TikTok, I don't want you to think, how long should this be? What sound should I use? What cover should I use? How do I write this caption? What should my call to action be? I want you to sit with yourself and think, what value can I share with these people today? What do I know they need to hear from me? What's going to put their mind and their hearts at ease right now in the fall of 2022 when they've got a lot on their plate outside of what your business offers? Think about what that person staring at their phone at 8 p.m. tonight needs to hear from you, and how your business can provide them the service or the product that they need to be at peace, to be a better version of themselves, to live a more convenient, accessible life. That's what we need to put at the front and center of our marketing. So this isn't your typical Friday roundup from MKM, but I hope it's the most impactful one that you've received all year. Because this is where we need to be, and this is where we are going at MKM. So I hope that you have been motivated to create something from your heart today that is of value to your audience. And if you are moved by this message, I want you to hit reply on this email and tell me what you're going to do in regards to what you just heard today. I want you to speak with intention. I want you to be courageous and know that it doesn't have to be perfect. And if you want a demonstration of that, I have a post from the other day that is like far and away my most meaningful Instagram post I've done all year. It is definitely not my highest reaching post, but the number of people who've shared that or sent me a private message in response indicates that it was the message my people needed at that time. And that's how I'm going to continue to show up. But you can... Sorry, on a tangent. I want you to respond to this email and let me know what are you going to do in regards to what you just heard. So intention is huge. Be courageous. Oh, I know why I brought up that post now, because it was the most meaningful post, but it had it was riddled with typos, you guys. And I looked at it afterwards. I was like, woof, what was I thinking? But I just left it up. And thankfully I did, because the message meant more than making sure that all my words were typed correctly. Okay, just a couple of housekeeping things. Number one, talking about courage and intention. On the podcast this week is my friend Angela Onstead, and she is the person behind Courageous Artistry. Her story is amazing, you guys. Not only is she a trained professional singer, she is also a trained and licensed therapist who is now a coach for high performers who want to have the confidence and courage it takes to show up and speak their truth and speak about their profession, whether it's on stage, online, in a podcast, on a video. Angela helps them like break down some of those walls and barriers that they've put up for themselves so that they can rise above and really reach more people and impact more lives. So the podcast is great. Check out episode 111 of the newly named Found podcast with Molly Knuth on Spotify or on iTunes for more on Angela. Number two, a lot of people have approached me lately wondering how to start a business, or what are the first things they need to do to be like legitimate in their first business or as they pivot into a different sphere. And I want to remind you that on my website, mollyknuthmedia.com, you can purchase and access all the modules of the Business Bootcamp series I ran late summer, early fall. And this walks you through 8 lessons about how to get your business off the ground. And we go through things like what your energy and mindset need to be. So there's a little bit of that woo. I'm not going to call it woo anymore, but I need to find a better name. But there's a little bit of that. There's also a lot of tactics talking about what are the steps you actually need to take to file an LLC. What are the things you need to do to set up your finances? We go into how to market, how the software and tools that you need to operate. And so that business bootcamp is really foundational and fundamental for anybody who is starting something new and they have a business idea. Now, in these times that we're in, I really think that there is a shift about how we want to live and work. And I also think that there's no better time to work for yourself. So check that out if you are someone who is starting from somewhere new. And we are also, if you want to dig more into Instagram in particular for your social media app of choice for growing your business, I am hosting a 2-week Micromind intensive starting on Monday. This is called Evolve, and it's going into Instagram 2.0. So we are talking about not only how have the steps of running an Instagram account for your business changed in the last couple of years, as far as using reels, using stories, creating posts, but we are digging into that intention, that message, that energy we need to carry, the person we need to be in order for people online to feel magnetized to us and come into our business and be part of our community. So if that speaks to you, Evolve is enrolling right now. You can also head over to mollyknuthmedia.com/shop to access that program. It's super easy to find. I'll just walk you through it real quick and then I'll turn you loose for today, you guys. So I'm at mollyknuthmedia.com. I'm going to click here on shop and you'll find Business Bootcamp as well as Evolve. You can purchase Business Bootcamp right here. It gives you more of the details of what you can find and expect inside. When you click Buy Now, you can choose to purchase just Business Bootcamp, or you can upgrade and get a special rate on a one-on-one session. If you choose to join Evolve, again, more information and details, but know that this is a short time frame. It's an intensive. You're going to get daily drops of video trainings next week from everything about your energy, how to exchange energy with your audience, how to show up in an entertaining way, how to show up in an educational way, and we're going to really break it down. There's also 2 opportunities to have question and answers, so you get answers to the specific questions that you have. You'd click the evolution is here or sign up. And again, you can register right here. There is a bonus offer to get 2 weeks of additional Voxer coaching. If you don't have Voxer, oh my gosh, it's an app that's like a walkie-talkie. You know I talk. So I love sending voice memos, and Voxer is a great way to really be able to connect with 2 people or a group, but it's a way that, like, I'm so slow at email and typing, even for text, like voice memos are the way to go. So with the $99 upgrade, you get me for not only the duration of the Evolve Micromind, but you get 2 weeks of post-session training as well. So you can add that to your order. Okay, that's everything. Megan, I hope you're having the best time with your new baby. Those of you who are here, I hope you enjoyed this format. Yeah, I'm so excited to do this video. I might do this more often because this was fun. All right, take care. Hit respond if this changed a little bit about your approach to social media this weekend.